stand your ground, don't get too comfortable or too settled. Listen, I'm never giving up. When you hit rock bottom, it's only one way to go. Listen, I'm never giving up. Everybody got problems, how you handle them, no. Yeah, listen.
Hey, I'm John.
And I'm Jonathan.
Welcome to the Formula.
Hey guys, we have a special guest with us today. Really excited about this guest because she's a winner. You know, we always like having winners on our podcast.
Oh yeah,
and you know, because we're winners as well, and we want to inspire winners. So, with this one, man, we're really excited about this episode. We have the ACE certified personal trainer. She's a certified stretch therapist, and also she's the Organization of Competitive Bodies 2020 champion. Hollie, how's it going, Hollie?
It's going good. How are y'all all doing?
Yeah, good.
We're good. Thank you for joining us.
Yes, Hollie Lynn, thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate you taking the time out of your busy day. Even so she grind, guys. She's a grinder. Like even on this Sunday, you know, she's taking care of clients. So it's awesome.
Thank you for having me. I'm grateful for being a part of it. Yeah. I'm excited.
Yeah, good deal. So, Hollie, well, we know that you're. It's cool that you're a bodybuilder. You know, we'd like to get some insight into that profession. And how did you? Like everyone has that defining moment in time that makes you want to start a journey of any endeavor, right? So, what was yours? Like, what made you want to be a competitive bodybuilder?
Okay, so it wasn't like this is my calling. It was more of a, hey, I have a dare for you. If you can get on this stage, and this is from my husband, he was like, if you get on the stage, I'll get you anything you want. And I was like, what would that be? And in my mind, I needed a new car. So I'm like, okay, I want a new vehicle.
What an exchange.
So I bust my butt and I trained. But the thing was I had to get on stage and I had to place in the top 3. Mm-hmm. And lo and behold, my first show, I took first place. Nice. And he was kind of shocked and shook. He was like, hold on. Do one more show. If you get your pro card, then you can. So that's how my journey started. It wasn't like a profound, like, oh, I'm going to do this. I saw the vision. It was more like, hey, it's a dare, because he knows I have anxiety and that most likely I wasn't going to do it. But I was at the point where I'm like, you know what, F it. I want this. I'm going to do it. That
is awesome, man. The things that motivates us.
You're right.
Right. We can break those chains when we're motivated.
Yes. And, I didn't know I was going to fall in love with the sport when I got on stage. And that's what happened. I fell in love once I finished my first competition. Mm-hmm. And that's what kept me going.
Nice. All right. So once you made that commitment, how long did it take for you to get your body to a point where you can compete in a competition?
Well, okay. So I've always been to fitness. I started weight training about a year prior. So this was back in 2019. My first competition was November 2019. Mm-hmm. So I started training back in July of 2019, but I was weight training prior to that. Started weight training back in 2017, like heavily weight training, like started with like powerlifting. So when I decided to actually compete, that was back in July, it took me about the good 12 weeks or so, 12, 14 weeks to be ready, semi-ready to be on stage, what I consider to be ready to be on stage, of hard dieting. Mm-hmm. But to get to where I'm at now, it took me a full year of training and dieting.
Mm-hmm. And myself, I'm a pescatarian, so I eat seafood, mostly vegetables, really plant-based. My wife and I have gone like really into the plant-based diet as well. And I understand you eat a plant-based diet as well?
Yes, I eat a plant-based diet. I was plant-based, for for 4 to 5 years now.
Okay.
Just recently, I have become, like I said, pescatarian. Like you, I added some seafood in there just to help with my protein intake, but mainly just beans and nuts and roots and green vegetables and grains. All the good stuff. For 4 years, 4.5, 5 years.
That's awesome. And with your diet, so you've been doing that for 4 or 5 years. Do you feel like that's a big component of you actually placing and winning the competition?
Honestly, I think it helps me with discipline, but with placing with my competition, that's purely just dedication and determination, because that training itself is already hard, and dieting, being on a specialty diet, has nothing to do with like plant-based. So there's people that's up there that I'm with that are also plant-based or vegan, but our bodies components are completely different. So I think between genetics and then my discipline skills is what helped me get on the stage. Being a plant-based dieter just helped me be healthier in order to accomplish my goals and show that I was able to stay focused and determined. Because, going from eating meat all the time your whole life and then switching it up is hard on its own.
Oh, yeah. I was at a party, a cookout yesterday, and they had ribs and, pulled pork, and, they know I don't eat that. So
they set you up. They set you up.
Yeah, I'm the side guy. They call me the side guy because I eat all the beans and the greens.
Right.
Call me the side guy.
Yeah, it's like, part me to the potato salad without the eggs, please.
Absolutely.
So is it safe to say that you build your body naturally, meaning you don't you don't do like protein shakes, protein bars, steroids, supplements?
No, okay. So part of the OCB organization is a complete natural organization. You are not allowed to any unnatural supplements, no steroids, no testosterone boosters, nothing that alters your genes at all. For protein, it's mainly pea protein is what I take. Like it's like plant. It's pretty much all plant protein. Is what I consume. So I am 100% natural. And since I became pro, we do in our organization a urine test. So I got tested for everything. So I have absolutely nothing in my body. I am 100% natural bodybuilder.
That's awesome. And how often do they test you for that?
How often? So when you only get tested when you qualify or get your pro card. So as soon as you step off the stage and they say, oh, like for me, my last show, Hollie, now the pro qualifier, now she made her pro. As soon as I step off the stage, I have to take the urine, and then after that, every open class, which is when you're going up for money, at this point is they'll test you right after the show just to make sure that you're not doing anything to enhance and to win.
That's awesome.
So that would be, depending how many shows I do within the year, it'll be like, so not, it'll be like pretty much every show after this point, I'm going to be tested.
Okay. All right. And so you said that you was pretty much a power lifter, kind of a power lifter before, so you was already in the fitness, so it kind of helped you out there. Like how did you alter the type of exercises and lifts that you did from being just being in fitness, just keeping your body right and tight to competing?
How did I alter, change from powerlifting to basic weight training? Yeah,
what kind of training, what kind of lifts, exercises did you have to do?
So it wasn't too much of a difference. It was more of the weight of how much weight I was pushing in. So when I was training as beginning of my whole fitness journey years ago, and I was doing more heavier weights, low reps. So I was putting on mass, building up, becoming bulky, not doing much cardio in between. When it was time to switch over, I was pretty much doing the same kind of movement, the basic compound movements, bench press, squats, deadlifts, and other stuff all in between. But what changed was the weight. So I went from being really heavy to trying to like build up strength to moderate weights where I can do way more reps. So instead of doing like bench pressing, let's say 130 pounds, I went down to bench pressing 100 pounds and like 135. 135 at 5 reps. I'll do 100 at like 15 to 20 reps.
Okay.
So like the reps change. So therefore, I was able to build up more endurance in the muscle instead of building up strength. So now I'm shaping it instead of just building my strength up, becoming super strong. Mm-hmm. Still becoming strong, but you're making yourself more shapely. Mm-hmm. If that makes any sense. I probably went all over the place with that.
No,
it makes sense. It makes sense. Yeah, it makes sense.
It's funny because I had a conversation with my manager at work, right? And he's a heavier guy, and we had the conversation that if you want to look a certain way, if you want that statue of a runner, you'll do what runners do, and you'll look like a runner, right? So slimmer, leaner muscles, you're kind of smaller. But if you wanted to look like a sprinter, you would do what the exercises that sprinters would do, and you can look like that. So yeah, and he kind of said that wasn't true. Like he felt like he couldn't look that way because of he's a big guy. And I'm like, no, you can change your body. You can transform your body however you want if you do the things that makes you get to that point. So.
Exactly, that's what it is. So like with me with training, so I lowered my weights, I hired the reps, I added in sprinting because I had to do fasted cardio, not in the sense fasted as of like interval cardio. I'm sorry, I had to do interval training, and I had to add plyometrics because I had to form my body to look lean, but at the same time I have to be defined. So the way my coach likes to say, he's like, he needs me to tap into my old track and field body, but then add in some bodybuilding aspects to it to kind of deform, like to just transform my whole body. Because that's what all it is. You have to work out for what you want to look like. So when I was powerlifting and trying to do more heavier weights, I was getting bulky. I was getting, putting on mass. And when I changed that up, I slimmed down. I changed up the diet, changed the power working, so my body looks really slim, lean, but at the same time, it still has that bulk that it needs.
That's awesome.
Do you have to be at a certain weight to do these competitions?
For OCB, no. You should want to, because then your body looks better, and depending on how much body fat and water weight you have on you. But in OCB, my organization that I'm part of, Organization of Competitive Bodies, they go off of height, but they, your coaches do want you at a certain weight because it makes you look, you'll look different on stage. So me now, I'm on a off season slightly. I'm still getting ready for another competition, but I took a little break. My body's at like 140 pounds, and I'm at 5'9". So in my opinion, for stage, I'm not stage ready. I'm more fluffy. I'm not as cut and ripped like most people would like to look, but you don't have to be. It's desirable though.
Right. And being a trainer, like, does that kind of put any kind of pressure on you, like being a trainer and also competing, and how does that translate?
I'm sorry, can you say that again?
Like, so you're also a trainer.
Yeah.
So you train people. How does that help you, and how does that translate into like your training and your competition, being in competitions?
Well, let's see. Well, for me, on the business end, it helps with me being a competitor. It shows people that I'm dedicated and I know exactly how to get to where someone needs to be to achieve their goal, fitness wise. But the two in hand it's kind of two separate. Being a fitness trainer, and most people aren't trying to go out and compete at all. They just want to get healthy, or they want to just slightly transform their body. Mm-hmm. And being a competitor, all that does is just pretty much boost up your resume and letting the masses know, like, hey, although I'm a trainer, this is what I can do. This is, I'm pretty much showing my work through myself.
Mm-hmm. So it probably has gotten you some business. Have that gotten you some business just winning that competition?
Oh, yes. 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 Oh my gosh. So since my first show, business was slow. I was still new in the game. My last show back in August, was it August? I'm losing track of time. Yeah, back in August, since I became pro, my business has skyrocketed. I didn't think it would happen so much so quickly, but it has opened up so many doors for me, and I love it. I'm not even going to front.
That's awesome.
I'm not even going to front. I love it. I love the opportunity that's coming forward. I love the people that's giving me a chance that wouldn't give me a chance before. That's now like, oh, so you really are serious about this. Like, you're not just walking around here. I'm like, no, like, we can do this together. I can get you where you need to go.
So
it's.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just saying it just really helped. It helped a whole lot. I didn't think so in the beginning, and especially in the beginning of the whole me stepping on stage for the first time. I didn't put two and two together as of being a competitor and being a trainer. I just it just closed all the doors. Like, just brought everything together, which is awesome.
Yeah, I can imagine. So you said most people, they just want to get in shape. Do you see? Do you see yourself training someone and then ending up competing against that person that you trained?
Oh, I don't think so. I mean, I haven't come across anyone personally that asked me to train them and train them specifically to compete at all. So I don't think so at all. I mean, most people that come to me, they, not saying that they lack it. I have to say lack the discipline. They literally just want to be healthy and just look a little bit better. They don't want to put in that extra effort of that extra diet, that extra workout that needs to be done to get on stage. So I don't think I see myself ever competing against someone that I've trained. Not yet, anyway.
Okay. Okay.
Is there any changes that you will make in the industry of bodybuilding?
Any changes? No. In my organization, absolutely not. For the big leagues, which is the NPC organization, like where the Arnolds are held and all that, I would say that I would like for them to kind of incorporate what the OCB has. We're having a complete natural league, which is giving women and men like that's in our league the chance to compete on that such national level. But naturally, without having to alter ourselves, and nothing against anyone who take anything, because I understand, everybody wants it, and you got to do what you got to do to get it, but it doesn't always respond well to everybody's body. So that's the only thing I would ask for is if NPC can just loosen up their grip a little bit and allow a little natural part of their segment. That's the only change I would have, because I think it's amazing. Both organizations are great, and then the community within those organizations and just the bodybuilding community itself, it's a really supportive and uplifting community.
Right. And it's well, for myself, I'm a former athlete as well, and it sounds like you ran track. Did you
track and field and volleyball, yeah.
Volleyball, okay, good deal. And in those sports, you wouldn't want anyone for myself. Let me speak for myself. If I was playing football in college, I wouldn't want my opponents using steroids, and I wasn't using steroids. You know what I mean? And there's bad implications to using those drugs anyway. So it's kind of like, let's keep the what you guys are doing is great because it keeps the playing field level. You work hard at it. It's not that something made your body act in that way.
Yeah. So it's just this hard work and my case, genetics. I lucked out. Bless my parents for what they gave me, because that plays a big part too. Your genetic makeup,
So, 'tis my understanding that you are a stretch therapist. Can you give a brief description about what that is?
I'm a what therapist?
Stretch therapist.
Stretch? Oh, okay. Yes, I thought you said something else. The way it's coming from. I'm like, oh
no. Yeah, because I never heard of it. I never heard of that.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, no, stretch. Yeah, so I do passive stretching, which is like assisted stretching. When it's pretty much just, so you come to me, I'll lay you out on either the floor or like a massage table, and I stretch you for you. Mm-hmm. So you get a nice deep fascial stretch within those muscles, help loosen you up, your hips, your back, whatever that is needed. It's nothing new. It's sometimes people just normally incorporate it within the massage category, massage more. Well, they're like, oh, you'll get a massage, and then maybe a little like deep tissue, and then some like little stretching here and there. Mm-hmm. So I just specifically focus on stretch only. I don't do no massaging. I mean, I'm a little bit, in my opinion, lazy for that. I don't want to sit there and just rub on the muscle. I'd rather put you through a little bit of pain. A little addicted of me, but I understand. I like put you in a little bit of pain, but when you're done, you're feeling loose like a rubber band, and you're ready to go. Right.
That's that athlete in you. That's that track and field in you, because you got to stay stretched out for track and field. So
yes, and trust me, I know. I went a whole week of vacation, didn't stretch, didn't work out, and just hit back in the gym this week, and I feel like I got hit with a ton of bricks.
So when you're taking that break, it sounds like when you're taking that break, you should still like at least stretch every day.
Huh?
So when you're taking your break, like you went on vacation, you feel like you should have still been stretching every day.
I should have been doing a little bit of everything on vacation, but I absolutely did nothing. I did nothing. I mean, like, if counting getting out the bed, walking to the beach, if that counts, then I did a little something.
So you're brand ambassador for Campbell Fit apparel, CampbellFit.com. How did that come about?
Oh, how did it come about?
Yeah, how did that happen? How did you make that happen?
He reached out to me on Facebook. He's seen a few of my posts through my mutual groups. And at first, I'll be honest, I thought it was like a little joke. You know how you get messages and you're like, oh, here we go again with these little, BS messages. Mm-hmm. And then we started talking. I'm like, oh, he's actually a nice person. He's a
awesome.
I was like, and then, that's pretty much how we linked up through Facebook, mutual groups. And then he reached out. We started, communicating back and forth. And then, I signed a contract with him. He sent over his apparel, which was actually pretty dope. I don't know if I was able to check out the leggings set that I had.
Oh yeah, I did.
Yeah, no, we saw the picture.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they dope.
Yeah.
They dope.
That was dope. I like the fox on it. When I seen that fox, was the first thing I said. And I was like, listen, if anything, can you please send me that fox one? I was like, I understand it's not my choice, but that fox one is just like, I was like, yeah, that is me all the way. He's fierce, he's spicy, he looks dope. Like, that is me. Come on now.
Right, that's awesome.
Yeah, no, you were looking fierce.
Yes.
You were looking fierce.
and they feel good.
The legend said it too, so
yeah.
You let them know you was fierce.
I was excited. I hope to continue working with him. Because it's a great company, and the clothing is absolutely awesome. It's breathable. It's not like that cheap stuff that just order off at Amazon. Mm-hmm. And you get it in, and it fits all weird. It fits you good, especially with my body type. How it's not, it's changed because of weight training, so it's shaped differently, and it was still able to hug me and not like give me that saggy fupa area in the front or anything like that. It was. I like it. I like it a lot.
Nice. All right, so before we let you go, what you say you ran track, what events did you do?
Okay, so I was a high jumper and a sprinter. I did the 100 and the 4x1, and I also did shot put and discus. Like weirdly, I was the skinniest chick who was out there throwing shot put and discus.
Wait, how?
So I had to catch feet.
Wait a minute, how are you sprinting and doing shot put? Like that don't.
I know. Listen. I was a jack of all. I was a jack of all trades. It was very shocking. My first time hitting up shot put and discus, it was my freshman year of high school. I was just playing around with the other girls, and I was just like, let me try this out. And my coach seen me, was like, who just threw that last one? I was like, that was me. She was like, no, it wasn't. And I did it again. And she was like, oh yes, you're doing this too. And I'm like, okay, so I got to do shot put, discus, high jump, 4x1, and 100. And the awesome. Like I was busy. I mean, I loved it though. Like I'm such a competitor, so when I got out there, my first time filming in a meet, and everybody there, I'm the smallest at that time. I was, tiny, tall, slinky girl, and everybody's looking at me like, "Oh, she ain't about to do nothing." I'm like, "Oh, yes, I am," because now you messing with my ego. But I got to chill out. Yes.
Yeah, because most people who do shot put, they're husky, they're heavier. So it's just that's weird that that you did all of that. Right. Well, not weird, also, but that's just surprising.
Yeah. It's just like since for my little region, I was the smallest one. I only took third place for my region, but it was like those girls used to give me the eyes, and they be like, "Oh God, I can't believe you! I can't believe you got beat out by her. She's showing up this."
Hey.
For real. Yeah.
So that means that you can that was great. You said you ran the 100 and 4x1, so that means you got some burners, and that means that you can beat John in a track race.
Well, let's not go that far.
He was a track
listen, we can find out. We can find out. Set it up. Let's get out there.
We could do this. But look, you have to understand though. I was a mid distance runner. I ran a 400, 600, 800, 1,000. So I'm not a sprinter, right? But
you can get that work in that 400.
So you're giving excuses already. He's giving excuses already why he's gonna lose.
It's not even like that because I'm still gonna win. But I'm just letting you know you're gonna lose to a mid distance runner.
Nah, Hollie, you're giving that work in the 400 too, right?
Listen, I might start dying out a little bit, but I'll give you a run for your money.
All right, Miss Hollie Lynn, thank you for joining us today.
Yes, that was fun.
Well, thank you for having me. I'm excited. I'm not even gonna lie, I was nervous as heck.
No.
Y'all cool though. Yeah. I was like, what they gonna ask me? What they about to ask me?
2020 OCB Bikini Open winner.
Yes,
she is also
Pro Card winner.
Pro Card.
She is also brand ambassador for CampbellFit.com. She is a stay-at-home mom, if I'm correct.
Yes, I am. First, a homeschool mom, stay-at-home mom. The first job, main career.
Nice.
Awesome.
Certified personal trainer, certified stretch therapist, and she's on a plant-based diet. Follow her on Instagram at simply_fit_Hollie Lynn. Is that correct?
Yes, that is correct. Come follow me. I'll be waiting.
Absolutely.
Check out my journey. But watch me get this next title that's coming up.
That's
nice. And I'll see you on the track at some point.
Listen, I'm telling you, y'all got to call me. I'm ready. Let me know. I got my track shoes in the closet. I don't want to hear no excuses that you couldn't get out the block fast enough.
Got those spikes ready.
Yeah. Nah, we good. We good to go. All right, Miss Hollie Lynn, thank you so much.
Thank you. You guys, you have a great one.
Have a good one.
You too. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Right, bye-bye.
Don't ever let them bring you down, cause then you be on a level. Listen, I'm never giving up. Stand your ground, don't get too comfortable or too settled. Listen, I'm never giving up. When you hit rock bottom, it's only one way to go. Listen, I'm never giving up. Everybody got problems, how you handle them, no. Listen.